Hello everyone, Walter Hooper, owner of WA Hooper Marketing, and welcome to my analysis of ChatGPT. So as promised, I was going to mention and recap and kind of give an overview and analysis of this wonderful new piece of technology / search engine, AI search engine platform known as ChatGPT. So a couple nights ago, I had the privilege of checking it out and really getting to experiment with this new platform. So the big question: will it replace Google? Is it replacing Google right now? Short answer: no, and here's why. So I'm going to provide some screenshots of my findings when I went onto this platform. So with that being said, if for those that are unaware, ChatGPT is an AI-based search engine platform. So what does that mean? That means that instead of when you type into Google, best places for, lunch or best, or, that type of search engine platform. It's the way that they modeled ChatGPT is they modeled it after a more conversational based search. So you could say, I'm just wondering, do you know where I could find some good restaurants in my area where they have a really good breakfast or they have really good lunch? Like you're having a conversation with someone, as opposed to just talking to what it feels like you're just talking to, just not even just talking, you're just interacting with a robot. So with that being said, let's get into what happened when I went into ChatGPT for the very first time. I feel a foreigner song coming on. So when you go into the platform, you do have to sign up for it. I just used one of my Google accounts, and so that's again how they get all your information. So if you're leery of that, then don't even bother. But if you're like me and you like to have some fun, experiment, go for it. And so right when you log in and enter, it tells you that this is a free research preview, and their goal is to get external feedback in order to improve their systems and make them safer. And then it also says here, while we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information and produce offensive or biased content. It is not intended to give advice. So I think that right there sets the expectation, kind of sets the tone for what you're about to get into. So when you're typing in when you're putting in your inquiry or your question to the platform, you can, right off the bat that it's probably, you might not get the most concrete results, but again, it's a first-gen platform, as I say. So with that being said, the next portion, when you click the next, and we'll show here, how we collect data. So conversations may be reviewed by our AI trainers to improve our systems, and then right below it, it says, please don't share any sensitive information in your conversations. I think that kind of goes without saying, but, they don't put, as they say, they don't put labels or warnings like that unless, someone or people in the past have made those egregious errors. So with that being said, let's go right into my findings and my experiences with it. And again, please refer to the screenshots, and these are real. These did occur. I can even put in the timestamps of when all of this occurred and happened. So my first question that I asked ChatGPT right out of the gate, I was ready to go, baby. Let's do this. What are the current statistics for SEO marketing? And I asked that because, well, I do want to know. And especially on a platform like this, hey, it might give me something pretty neat. Right out of the gate. I'm sorry, I don't have up-to-date statistics for SEO marketing. However, I can tell you that SEO is a vital aspect of digital marketing as it helps to improve the visibility and searchability of a website. It involves optimizing various elements of a website, such as its content and structure, to make it more attractive to search engines like Google. Additionally, building quality backlinks from other websites can also improve a website's search engine ranking. It's important to note that SEO is an ongoing process as search algorithms and consumer behavior are constantly evolving. Wah, wah, wah. So right there, I'm just like, okay, that's a great start. It's not a perfect system. I wasn't expecting it to be a perfect system, but come on, really? My first question, you got to hit me with that. It's okay. So I tried something else. So I refined my question a little bit. I said, what are the best practices for SEO marketing? And as you can see, I'm not going to read all of this. So please, if you would like, you can hit the pause button at this point and read it. I'll still be here. Go ahead. Go for it. So there you go. That's what it came up with. So it's able to answer the question of what are some of the best practices. And so as opposed to the previous where I asked what were the current statistics, so the difference being in the present day in 2023, it's not able to come up with those types of results. And I'll get to that in just a moment here. But when you ask something along the lines of, methods or practices, when you're looking for those types of answers, it's able to do that for you. So I found that very interesting and very poignant. So then, still on the subject of SEO, because this is what we are talking about. So then I asked, can you provide some articles on best practices for SEO marketing? And so once again, if you would like to pause, these links, I can provide these in below, and then you can see for yourself. But the one that I have circled in red, if you click on that link doesn't work. Again, not a perfect system, but all the other links work perfectly fine. I will say though, and this is just my opinion. This is not fact, so please don't don't shoot the messenger. I find that the other links, while they do provide you with that information, one of the things that I would really advise is do more research and make sure, and more specifically, make sure that these are reputable sources and that the links that you're being given through this or any other search engine platform, make sure that they are reputable. Because again, we live in a digital era where you can put, for Pete's sakes, you can change a Wikipedia article and people could take that as fact. So do lots of research. Make sure that what you're reading and what information you're getting is reputable. Because if it's not, then that's just not a good look. Just saying. The point being, you be the judge. You be the ultimate judge and come up with your own conclusion. But on paper, yes, it can offer you articles and links to the answer for your questions if you based on what you ask it. All right, because we do dabble a little bit in videography. What are some of the best rated video cameras for videography? So I was really curious, and it generated this answer. Bloop, 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 bloop. And here are the responses, the results for what it came up with. So this I found very interesting. So it categorizes it's by different levels, and it says here are a few highly rated options for different levels of videography: the professional, the prosumer, the enthusiast, the beginner, and a DSLR. Kind of confusing, but whatever. As you can see, the prosumer has the Panasonic GH5. which, spoiler, that was the camera I almost got. I almost invested in that camera. It was so close, but I did not. Instead, I went for the next one up, the GH6. So, but the point being is it gives you a list, and it does list it out pretty nicely. I do wish they did provide, again, more information, some more links, articles to go along with it, so that way it could expound upon its findings. But again, and then the final question I asked, I said, because we are talking about videography in this thread at this point, so I asked, what can you tell me about the Panasonic GH5 video camera? So it said the Panasonic GH5 is a high-end mirrorless camera that is popular among videographers. It was first announced in January 2017 and is the 5th generation of the GH series from Panasonic. And then it includes some of the key features down here, which I actually really did like. And again, researching this camera, it is very completely accurate. So thank you, ChatGPT. So again, very, very detailed, gives it in a bullet point format, which I do like. I do like the fact that it lays it out. So it's not overwhelming for the reader, because I got the GH6. I then managed and went on to ask it a follow-up question. Are you aware that the Panasonic GH6 has been on the market since February of 2022? And this is where things became a lot more clearer for me. Right here it says, I apologize, my training data cutoff is 2021. And I've circled that for you. So I am not aware of the Panasonic GH6 release. So on and so forth. So right there, anything that's 2022 and over and current, it doesn't have any information on that. So I found that alarming and very intriguing at the same time. And we'll get to that at the end here too. I went back to the GH5 because, well, it knows about the GH5. It's given me information on the GH5. So can you provide me with some resources on the Panasonic GH5? And as you can see, I've circled in red. So I think hopefully you see the pattern here. If I circle things in red, that typically means there's something up with it. All of those articles, all of them, don't work. They're broken, or the product isn't there anymore. It's just no good. So, wah. And then, of course, being WA Hooper Marketing and asking certain questions, I asked, are you aware of the Marketing Minds Meet podcast? And it then spewed back, I apologize, as a language model AI, I don't have the capability to be aware of specific podcasts, but I can tell you that there are many podcasts available, yada, yada, yada. So, again, I'm intrigued. So, all in all, to summarize, I guess, this whole debate of, is ChatGPT the next Google? Is it currently becoming and going to be surpassing Google? Again, the short answer, no. And I think, as you can see, and I will expound upon the no, just like any other first-gen piece of technology, if you remember when the first iPhone came out, it was revolutionary, and it was a game changer, but it was still a flawed piece of technology. We've gone through now, I have the 11, but I believe the current model is the 14. So with that being said, just like with any first gen piece of technology and equipment, it's gonna take refining, it's gonna take modifications to get it to where it will be much more reliable, and it will be much more comparable and competitive with its other competition that's out there. So no, I don't see it surpassing Google right now. As you can see, it's still it's a flawed system. The premise is there. The idea, the nucleus is there. The foundation is there. I do like the fact that it has a very as you could see, it has a very conversational feel to it. It has a very almost somewhat natural conversation feel to it. It's got a lot of bugs, a lot of bugs to fix. And that's where the developers come in and they just fine tweak it. And that's why they've even said right in the very beginning, their goal is to get external feedback in order to improve their systems and make them safer. And again, right from the get-go, while they have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information. What does this mean for the future of SEO marketing? I do think that AI chat and something like ChatGPT can and will be another avenue for SEO marketing. I mean, as you can tell, you're finding different when you type in certain keywords and phrases and verbiage, it's coming up with certain results. It's coming up with results that cater to that. But I think right now there's just still quite a few bugs in it and with it. And until the developers, get that figured out, I think right now it's something to be aware of and to pay attention to. Don't ignore it. I'm not saying ignore it, but pay attention to it, my fellow digital marketers, because again, in our industry, we always got to think 5 steps ahead, and we're always doing research. And so it's the beauty and the curse of what we do. So check it out. Try out ChatGPT. It is fun. It is entertaining. But I definitely think it's not something to discount either. Don't dismiss it. It is, and I think can and will be a force to be reckoned with, not right now, but down the road. And especially as we get into Web 3.0, virtual reality, the metaverse, I think AI chat platforms are going to be, that will be part of that equation. And I think with a platform right now like ChatGPT, dare I say, it's the first gen iPhone for search engine platforms and bases. That's my 2 cents on it. That's my analysis, my take on it. Again, that's just my opinion. That's my experience, and also doing digital marketing. It was really interesting and neat to tinker around with it and experiment with it. I hope to do more and really learn more about this platform, because it is pretty neat. It is neat that you can have this conversational based feel to your search engine experience. So let me know what you think. If you've tried ChatGPT, what your thoughts on it are, whether you're just a regular internet consumer, you like to, your internet browser, or if you're in the digital marketing or marketing industry, let me know. Put your comments down below. And of course, please, if you haven't done so already, it would mean the world. You could subscribe to our channel, like this video, and then we have other videos here too on queue for you. Majority of them are Marketing Minds Meet podcast episodes, so check those out down here. So once again, Walter Hooper, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time.